absolutely. So you've been involved in, feminist psychology for, a number of years now. A number of years. Since the 70s. And I'm curious about what you see as, what feminist psychology has accomplished, and what does it still have to accomplish?
Oh, wow. So, well, I think that one of the things that it has accomplished, it has developed an amazing literature, and whole fields. Who would be talking about rape? And now, rape on college campuses, is it ever, how long do we have to talk about this, right? But not just illuminating the topic, but also lots of research in terms of prevention, in terms of helping people, battering, menstrual psychology, you're too young, but two orgasms, all this nonsense in sexuality. There's just been enormous progress in so many ways. So I would say, those are just a few of the areas. So feminism and psychology has actually informed the law. So it's amazing how many law schools now are teaching research from different areas of psychology. Absolutely. So I think it's just been enormous. Trying to understanding parenthood, and childbearing, getting gender development. Just all those areas I think have been informed by feminist psychology.
Yeah.
And where do we have to go? Oh my.
Because obviously the work is not done, right? There's still so much to do. But
this is just off the top of my head, because just from the work I'm doing now with the women winemakers. So the women winemakers do not want to be called women winemakers. They want to be called winemakers. And so I usually say winemakers who are women. Because they want to be judged for who they are and their competence. And we're so far from that in our culture. We saw that in our own country with Hillary Clinton being a female candidate, and I was shocked that she didn't win and that many women didn't vote for her. It's a lame excuse like, oh well, she didn't divorce her husband or some lame thing. They just couldn't do it. They couldn't vote for a woman. And so I think there's so much work that has to be done in terms of cognition, perception, changing stereotypes. It's just, there have been a lot of studies, but there's still, so much to be done. And what women do, it's just, so, I just say what I do in my teaching, but, how I try to teach my students that every day you are being socialized, gender socialized every day. Look around, see what's happening. Disrupt that, disrupt it. I don't allow my students to use the word guys in my class. Why? I said, hey, if you are willing to do this experiment, and after this experiment you still want to say guys, that's fine with me. Here's the experiment. For the next, so Tuesday, Thursday class, between now and Thursday, every time you see a group of people, just say, hi girls, and see what your response is. And if it's just fine, hey, I'm fine with it too. It's just a neutral term. Nobody uses the word guys in my class.